In the heart of Nigeria, where faith and traditions converge, a seed of faith was planted here 100 years ago. Nourished by faith and dedication, Bigard Memorial has flourished into a revered institution, shaping the lives of countless men. Join us on a captivating journey through history, stories, and triumphs of this iconic seminary as we celebrate a century of hope, faith, and devotion.
Before we proceed, let's hear from a native perspective on the history of the seminary in Bigard. To get a well-rounded story, we need to consider multiple viewpoints and avoid a single story.
Get ready to be educated, inspired, and entertained as we dive into the seminary's fascinating past.
In the earliest missionaries, they built Bigard in 1898. Before I built Bigard in 1898, only men fajuwe bia. Only ogunde Bigard na ndị Adano na 1888. 1888. They defeated the community. The community was also Bana Aguilera. They became refugees there. One was in Aguilera. The father was the resident priest. So the father was in Aguilera. When say we combat here, those refugees even there barrier. So one and the father when we discussion. The early priests were saying Nabatolo, Obana Bari Amucho, Navaka Nata. But the kids in Aga promise Navaka Joker. 2. Nege never Anna, Ebaka Unhoka. Then Navaka provide the logs, they get you well of father's house. Then on the side of the missionaries, what promised Nava ge elule bari amu mas ofuma maka mbanwa nnachi ya kazo. 2. Nava ga provide security by inyeve ogbunigwe and nava ga kuziliwe tuba isi operate ido ogbunigwe. Ndị ada bụ many communities abreba itim ofia arochukwu then ndị kelionwu vata n'obodo bakpukpo obodo. But abali kpuo mmadụ gbupechi obodo a suo onye ọkụ pụkọrọ ụmụ okorobịa na ụmụ agbọghọ jele then oge ebe anyị nọ si Aguilera ahụ but wee convert to Christianity but the refugees jewezie ụka na Aguilera the whole of Bigard ahụ nọrọ dịzi nkịtị mụrụzi onye bi oge enwere that agreement ba nọ na Aguilera for 9 years or 9 years as refugees. We know that 1897 the missionaries all over mass. Those Father Belembav, Bo Avia, Reverend Father Luz, Elio TZ. Oh, this Father Luz, born here in charge of Aguilera Parish. First year, resident priest now here. Now I promise the barrier near the dinner here. We never go neighbor. How we will stand there, open and the other one. Then Luna 1897 now. If I put that to neighbor and then over to the bank, we never cross with Jesus Christ.
According to Shanahan, in his letter, the Ibarian village was once raided by the Ada warriors. Ada warriors were mercenary, people hired during wars. During the raid, people were killed. Many others were taken into slavery. The survivors ran to Aguilera under the protection of the missionaries there. After some years, they requested that the missionaries lead them back to their village, and they did. The priest who led them back from Aguilera back home was Father Xavier. The year was 1895. The missionaries remained with them as they rebuilt their huts. To cement their friendship with the Catholic missionaries, a mission school was started at once. Apart from that, a large piece of land was promised to the church. The people of Igbariam continued from time to time to remind the missionaries of their promise of land. According to Shanahan, one priest was sent to them in 1905. The people of Igbariam, led by Chief Ebo, showed him the land. A rough agreement was drawn up and signed by all at the public meeting.
Luna 1898. So is the one Reverend Father, as the Abu, Reverend Francis Xavier Lichtenberg. This is where he stopped at Ozozo, and he moved up to meet the Bariamwe people. And he got them at Ivite village, where he celebrated the first Mass.
He first moved to Ifite village in Igbariam, where the first Mass was celebrated at Akwariama, Ifite. He stayed for some time, helping to fix the village through the creation of streets before he left for Agumeri.
Bishop Shanahan, this is in charge of this eastern zone. We post to a Reverend Father Charles Vogula. When Charles Vogula came, he paddled to Isubi and then to the permanent place now called Mission Ground. So this place, this upstairs, Father Vogula land is in it. Okay. Oraposia also Citizenka Isubi. Charles Vogula gave Bariam. The man there for the land. I the buy province. This another ben. One has a permanent site of Akucha Mango. Lubuno, uno father, I not be uno father. This Charles Vogler, the two brothers, uno father. You know, I know brick. Brick keji we made the foundation. Now it was late. Bumbendi ochaji batiko here. That yele una hakwana po primary school 1909. TTC 1918. Okay, well, First World War 1914 to 1918. The teachers say well ever avobundi ocha. Baba also. But you understand. So the school is made.
That's the TTC, the Teachers Training College.
Teacher training, yes. The only teacher training college in Igbo land. In the school.
They folded off. I would say that between that period and that period, I would say no, that age, because there was no history. Nobody can say anything about
what really happened.
What happened in between. And it was when they came back again, the history continued.
Okay.
Luna 1922, we resume, we reopen the school, reopen the church. That period, when you in charge on its zone, Monsignor Shanahan, Emily Bishop na 1920. Pope no gangwa, we who na genwe seminary, Chonova Bambo. The missionaries. About train near indigenous priests. Because even when it was also this arrangement was started in Onitsha. Onitsha Kobidul.
Okay.
Manolas was it Onitsha. Bishop Shanahan was in Ibenwell enough land. Seminary Gano Bunebariam. Therefore, now got transfer the seminary to Igbariam.
Established in the Catholic Vicariate of Southern Nigeria, the seminary's roots can be traced back to July 23rd, 1924, when the director or rector, with the first seminarians, arrived at St. Paul's Seminary in Igbariam. The director or rector and some seminarians arrived by canoe through the Isubi River, while others cycled, making their journey a remarkable one. The seminary was started with 6 junior seminarians: Charles Sunoyese, William Obelago, John Ayanti, Simon Okoye, Frederick Anuyere, and William Hespeter, and 3 other students who were studying philosophy: John Cross Ayogo, Charles O'Donoghue, and Patrick Doyle. The seminary had only one formator and teacher, Father William O'Donnell. Let's unravel the rich history and heritage of Bigard Memorial Seminary together.
The first educational institution in Ibariam was not the seminary, but rather the Teachers Training College that was established in 1913 but was closed down in 1918. This is the first church built by the missionaries, standing close to the former Teachers Training College in Ibariam. The beauty and simplicity of this building still exists despite the recent repainting. This is the new church building constructed by the people of Ibariam, and it is where the Holy Mass is currently being celebrated.
As we head to the stream, notice the intentional planting of mango trees along the road, highlighting the beauty of nature. The mango trees were planted by Father Vagola.
We are currently heading to Agwoba stream in Ibariam, the stream that served the seminarians and the missionaries. Right?
This stream, Agwoba stream, served as water for the daily needs of the seminarians. Even today, it continues to serve its purpose.
So this river is the boundary between Ibariam and the Achala. And this is the end of the land given to
The missionaries.
the missionaries. So the land given to the missionaries from the river in the east to the river in the west.
It's important to recall that Father Alexander Lejeune had planned to establish a seminary in the region as early as 1904. But his untimely death in 1905 at the age of 44 delayed the project. His successor, Father Joseph Shanahan, finally opened it in 1924.
The seminary in Ibariam did not last because the environment wasn't conducive to learning and formation. This is because they lack suitable structures and sufficient staff for learning. As a result of this, seminarians had to be resourceful, thereby taking up multiple roles. Some were both seminarians at the same time teachers.
It's okay that period and the developmental level of people. God is so friendly like that. Environment is too bushy. Anything recreational. The other time ago, so I'm also, you know, obvious.
Ajụjụ ọzọ wee bụrụ, Ibariam bụ ebe ụka bịa seminary bido. Ị na-anya ugbu a, ọ dịghị ka ihe a na-enegara anya etu ụka dị otu ọ kwesịrị ịdị.
Obodo, the truth. But one fact is very necessary. We are a terminal community.
That's true.
Terminal community. We don't have direct nearness the very far.
Okay.
The other side of our water. So Omoro don't know that this kind of terrain or the convenience or enough to facilitate development and like that.
However, the Ibariam Seminary remains the mother of virtually all the junior and senior seminaries in the vicariates of the southern Nigeria and Cameroon, which have produced cardinals, priests, bishops, and professionals. In 1928, Ibariam Seminary was moved to Onitsha. In 1930, John Cross Ayogo, the first seminarian, was ordained as the first indigenous priest. In 1934, the theology campus was opened at Eke. In 1939, St. Paul's Seminary moved to the present Holy Ghost Cathedral grounds in Ogoye, Enugu State. In 1942, the seminary moved to Obala in the present Owerri Archdiocese. In 1951, St. Paul's Seminary was moved to its current location in Enugu and was officially opened on March 4th by Archbishop David Matthews. It was renamed Bigard to immortalize the 2 French women, mother and daughter, Stephanie and Jane Bigard. who were the foundresses of the Opus Sancti Apostolic Society that founded the building of the seminary. However, it still retained St. Paul as its patron saint, whose feast day falls on the 29th of June. From 1967 to 1970, during the Nigerian Civil War, the seminary was relocated multiple times, finally returning to Enugu in 1970. In 1970, the seminary training was put in the hands of a staff of 7 indigenous professors, with Monsignor John Enni Ogbonna was the first indigenous rector on March 12, 1970. In 1976, the philosophy campus was opened at Ikota Ekpene. In 1985, a new philosophy campus was opened at Owerri. In 1989, the Faculty of Philosophy returned to the Enugu campus, and Bigard, Ikota Ekpene, and Seat of Wisdom became autonomous seminaries with theology faculties. Today, the Ibarian venture has given birth to so many seminaries, both senior and junior, across the length and breadth of the former vicariate of southern Nigeria.
I'm Francis Ikechukwu Nnama. I'm onye Ogwugwu Etiti Ibariam. I'm onye Mmaneke na Ogwugwu Etiti. Anyị nwa anyị nyere ndị ụka na Ibariam. Obodo wee si anya ebe anyị nweziri wee na-akọzi ugbo na. I'm retired civil servant.
Mụ bụ Martin Akwụba, popularly called Achala Achala. I'm a senior citizen. I'm a native of Ibariam. My village is Eziama village.
This segment was brought to you by the Chimifula Research Center. Join us next time for more insights.